Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Mouseketeer known as Stevie, and beside me is my co-host, the all-knowing crown jewel of Disney fandom, Cameron. We are just two dads raised on the mouse, here to give you tips, tricks, news, and overall entertainment for all things Disney. So turn us up in your pumpkin carriage, or maybe you're watching us on a magic mirror. But either way, we invite you to be our guest for an episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. But there is something that we have to let you all know. We are in fall. And because we are in fall, everything, the vibe changes. Cam, do you feel it in the air?
It's spooky season, baby. It's spooky season. It's apple cider season. It's pumpkin spice season. It's a great time of the year. It's the best. We're getting close to, right now, mornings up in Massachusetts is sweatshirt weather. The whole day isn't sweatshirt weather yet, but once we have those crisp fall days up here in New England where it's sweatshirt weather all day, every day, I'm going to be one happy guy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I went out to do some yard work, and in New England, for those of you listening that are not from New England, once that first leaf changes color, everything, lifestyle changes. The stores, the shops, as Pam said, pumpkin spice comes back, and New England decides when pumpkin spice comes back, because if our leaves don't change color, pumpkin spice does not start yet. We kick it off.
Listen, those leaves were still plenty green. I was having my first PSL ever, so.
Oh, I've had a lot of change.
I let Dunkin's rules my season tasting. Whatever they say things start, that's when we go.
Well, all right. Well, let's jump right into it. Cam, do you have a Mouseketeer moment for us?
I do. So it's spooky season, like we said. So this past week, I watched Halloween Town for like the first time in, I don't know, like 34 or 5 years.
Ooh,
what a banger
okay.
of a Disney Channel original movie that is. So
Awesome
good.
movie.
We've been getting into the spooky season here in the Rainbow House. So at night, we read our Halloween books. There's a couple Disney ones in there that are nice. A couple Bluey ones that are great too. So we're just getting into the season right now. We're not doing too much decorating our current house because we are closing at the time of this recording. No, I guess when this comes out, we won't be closing it, but we're closing our new house really soon. So we're super excited. My daughters are getting really excited. We're getting her excited about her new purple princess room. So Lisa and her went out shopping today, bought a bunch of like Disney princess decor to put around the room. So everyone's super excited to get things going. So been a big Disney filled week, I guess.
Oh, it's going to be a fun time. What
about you, buddy?
So for me, yes, with the spooky season, for those who are watching, you'll see my shirt, Marvel Zombies. So Disney Plus is coming out with a show, Marvel Zombies. I am so pumped about it. And even before this show was even announced, I was extremely pumped about the What If episode where they had the Marvel Zombies in it. Again, for those watching, you'll be able to see on the back of my shirt, I've got Deadpool, Wolverine, Thor, Hulk, and Captain America. I was actually very surprised because I was washing dishes in the kitchen and my daughter recognized Captain America. I don't know how she knows who Captain America is.
Especially zombified.
But yeah, but she knew who Captain America was. Both my wife and I were like, where did she? And the only thing I can think of is maybe Spidey and Friends, but it doesn't look like that.
No,
nothing like that.
Doesn't look like that.
But Cam, I do have a question that I want to ask you.
Hit me. If this is fantasy football related, I'm ending the podcast.
No. I won for those listening.
Butt in fantasy football this past week. Let's move on. Continue.
This is more about the spooky season. I know you're not a big scary movie person, but
correct.
What do you think the first scary movie that you will let Kylie watch will be?
I don't know. So it's got to be a Disney one, I would assume. Like one of those Disney Channel original ones that are like super spooky light, like Halloween Town or like Twitches. I don't know, like one of those that's like Halloweenish, but not like creepy, like no gore. We're not watching like it or none of that stuff is happening in my household. And that's not even because of Kylie, it's because I will be afraid. So
Mhm. So I thought about this, and I think for me, the first scary movie that I'm going to let Jazz watch, and I will even watch with her because I loved it when I was a kid. Don't Look Under the Bed.
the
Disney
Goosebumps
Channel
one,
movie. No, no, no. So there,
I thought that was based off a Goosebumps book. No,
no. So
oh,
there's a Disney Channel movie called Don't Look Under the Bed.
I no, I know
For
the movie. I thought that was based off Goosebumps for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
I probably
yeah,
am.
no,
It's the
it
original.
wasn't
Okay.
based off. It was an original. Now here's the crazy thing because I had to like look back. I always remembered watching this on around Halloween time. I read and found out that when this movie released, because remember, like the movies, I think it was like every like Thursday or Friday night, like the Disney Channel, you'd see like
Fridays.
kids on the trampoline and all that kind of stuff going
Yeah.
on. This movie came out, and I think it was like a Friday the 13th in October,
Hmm.
and it scared the bricks out of children to the
Yeah.
point where so many parents complained that they instantly ripped it off of networks. I was
Hmm.
able to watch it like the night that it came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope." But the kid or guy that plays the boogeyman um, was Shia LaBeouf's bully in Even Stevens. I
Gotcha.
forget the black kid's name.
Yeah.
Um, but it was such a ridiculously scary movie. But it took them 3 years to bring it back into rotation. Um, but I do know that it's on Disney Plus, so I was like, "Oh, that's what I'm gonna let Jazz watch." So it's like it's still toned down from the gory, really scary movies, but it's like, here's your introduction to let's see if you can handle this. And then
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
I like spooky season movies. I just don't like gory, creepy movies, I guess, kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I love Halloween, but not like I'm not watching it. Like, that's too scary for your boy. Like, even Monster Zombies, like, I'm not afraid of it, but I have no interest in like zombies. Like, even if it's Marvel, like, I just
Okay.
have zero interest in that. I was never like a Walking Dead person. Like, that's just not my jam kind of thing. I
I
like,
need
I like kiddish, like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is like that's my level of Halloween. That's the kind of stuff I like. Goosebumps, which were like horror books, but like for like middle grade, like elementary school age. Like I remember
Yep.
ripping through those when I was a kid. Like that's my level of horror that I am like good with spooky season. Why it's Nightmare Before Christmas, like all that stuff. Like that's what I'm in for.
All right. Yeah, I mean nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm a little baby, but it's okay. But it is
Yeah,
spooky season. We're
it
gonna be
is spooky
talking.
season.
We're gonna be talking
So,
some spooky guys, some and gals.
yes. So today, to kick things off, we are jumping in to Disney villains. What better way to kick off spooky season than talk about the spookiest? So, Cam, I have five. I know you came up with five. I say we just dive right in to who we think are the best villains, or if they can be the best, or even just your favorite villains for Disney and Pixar. We'll do Marvel and Star Wars at another
I
time.
think we're gonna combine those for the next episode. We're gonna do Star Wars and Marvel combined, which will be fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this will be Disney and Pixar. I love this. Let's do it. I got my five, like you said. You have yours. Do you want to go first? We'll go five to
Uh
one.
you go first. I'm gonna
Okay.
bring up my
First of all,
notes.
let me say I did this by my favorite, not by the best. I don't know
Okay.
how you did it, Stevie, but my number five, I am gonna be honest, I cheated right off the bat. We said Disney and Pixar. This is counting as Disney. I think in our heads we were talking animated, but I did a live action Disney. I don't care. I broke the rules, but I didn't include Marvel and Star Wars, so I thought that was the caveat. But I picked Davy
Okay.
Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because that is technically
Okay.
Disney. It's live action Disney. I
Yes.
know it's not animated, but Davy Jones is so cool. I love Dead Man's Chest. It's one of my favorite Disney live action movies ever. It's the sequel to Curse of the Black Pearl. I love almost all of those pirate movies. Fourth one is Outworld, and God, that one stinks. But all the other four, pretty good movies. Especially the first three are fantastic. Davy Jones is really cool. I liked when they kind of incorporated him into Disney World attraction. It was
Yep.
not very well done. Either Shanghai or Hong Kong, one of the Asian Disney parks has it way better, where Davy
Oh
Jones
yeah, they killed
incorporates
it.
so much better. I think it's Shanghai. And I would love to do that ride one day, because I would love to see my boy Davy Jones in action on a ride, for reals, instead of just being like a little cloud, basically, like he was in the Disney World version years ago. But my number 5, Davy Jones, just awesome. His tentacles are cool, good backstory, awesome fight scenes with Davy Jones. Absolutely love him.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I love Davy Jones. All right, I'm gonna. So for me, when I looked at like these villains, I really tried to look at like who is really downright like evil, conniving, backstabbing, and the first one for me. So ranking going down, I'm going with um Henry Waternoose
Okay,
for Monsters Inc.
very good, very good.
Now, a lot of people are probably going to think like, well, Randall was a villain, but Henry was running Mr. Waternoose was running everything
He was
from
ready.
behind the scenes.
He was ready to torment those kids. He's a
Oh
bad
yeah,
guy, bad guy.
bad guy. And I think like the crazy thing is it, especially in today's day and age, it hits a little too close to home. That businessman that's like, I will do whatever I have to do to keep
Hmm.
this company alive. And he was ready to just straight up destroy children.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you think about it, in the Monsters Inc. world of, well, we sneak in, we scare, they scream, we leave. He was ready to go full boogeyman,
They had that
Candyman.
torture. They had that torture thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I know you don't watch it, but he was ready to come in, snatch kids, and just put them on a Scream conveyor belt.
So messed up. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's like he is such a ridiculous villain that I feel like for a lot of people really goes under the radar because you don't realize he's the villain till like the final 10 minutes of the movie. You're always focused on Randall, who Randall is bad too, but let's be real. Randall was like the general, or if anything, like he's a henchman.
Hmm.
Water Noose, as as you and my wife would say, he's a bad guy.
Bad guy. Bad dude.
Bad guy.
All right. My next one, number 4. And again, this was one of my favorites. I love King Candy / Turbo in Wreck-It Ralph. I think
Ooh,
that character is
yeah.
so cool. King Candy's obviously like the nice guy. He covers everything up, but then underneath he's really turbo and he's trying to destroy the game from the inside. I think why he's one of my favorites, it's not necessarily him as a character, but I love the animation style they use to like basically show like him destroying the game. So it's more like
Yeah.
him as a concept, I guess, more than him as a character, if that makes like sense, where he's like eating that Candy Rush game from the inside. I think that's just really cool concept.
Yeah.
The glitches he has is just really, really it's more of the artwork than anything of why I like King Candy, I guess. I love Alan Tudyk, who plays him as a voice actor. Alan Tudyk's freaking phenomenal as a voice actor.
Yeah, he
He's one of my
is.
favorites for Disney's.
He's
He's in a bunch of
hilarious.
Disney stuff. It's not a great pick, but like I just think about the animation style used for him, and I just thought that was really cool since I watched Wreck-It Ralph. So I'm gonna go King Candy / Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph.
I love it. I love Turbo. All right. My next one, this might hit home for a lot of people. And actually, some people might not even think that this character was a villain, but this person is not just a movie villain, but they are a real life villain. Anxiety, Inside Out 2.
Poor thing, my poor girl.
Full on, like, full on villain. Now,
She didn't know what she's doing. This is not. I will not stand for this, Steven.
Full on villain. A villain to the point where anxiety still torments people today. So let's be real. It is, For anyone that suffers from it, I feel for you.
Your boy, right here.
But
You know what? Yeah,
but
you know what? Anxiety. I changed my mind. Bad villain, bad guy, girl, everything. That anxiety sucks.
yes, anxiety is not great at all. And it's like, luckily in the movie, they were able to, get her to draw back a little bit and not be as like everyone's going to be a little anxious. That's just a part of being human.
Yeah,
But when it is crippling anxiety, oh man, I
you're
mean,
right.
we
Great
saw
pick.
Riley having, having the panic attack and all of that. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Anxiety is the villain from within.
There we go. That's not a
And
bad pick. I take it back.
that's my
That's a
number
great pick.
4.
Great pick. Going down to my number 3, I went Jafar. Just an awesome villain. Aladdin is so freaking good. I love that movie, and
I like that
Jafar
one.
is just incredible. When he turns to the snake, he's so good. I love Iago. Like, I love a villain with a good little hench buddy. And Iago is just a perfect little riff with Jafar. I like him a lot. The way he uses his powers and his dark wizardry, sorcery, whatever.
Oh yeah.
To like do the mind control with the Sultan and things like that. I just think it's such a good character, such a good villain to have in this movie, and just an overall, like, he doesn't make the movie because like the movie's made up by so many great performances, from Jasmine to Aladdin
Oh yeah.
to Genie, obviously, with Robin Williams. But Jafar is a perfect bad guy to counteract those 3 heroes, which is really great. But absolutely love Jafar. Has always been one of my favorites. His costume design is great. Jafar looks good on any merch you have. Like, Jafar, having that guy as a bad guy is so good. And he's pretty good in the live action one too.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. One thing else that I love about Jafar is he is a very, I don't want to say like basic, but he is that like core villain. It's not like, I don't want to necessarily destroy the whole world. I don't really want to, end people's lives. I just want power. Pure, simple power. I want to be respected. I want power. I want to rule over. And it's like, when you comes to a villain, that's like that's villain class 101. That is syllabus week right there. Like, you want power. Every villain in some way or form, like that is a core building block, and he owns it.
Yeah.
I love that about Jafar. All
right.
All right.
Number 3.
All right. So for my number 3, I am going with a classic.
Okay.
A classic, and I wanted to make sure this made it on the list. Peg Leg Pete.
All right. I love this pick. Great job.
Pete is, as far as Disney goes, Pete's like the original villain.
Yeah.
Pete is the bully, the everything. I mean, now I watch, and I'm not going to lie. When Jazz watches Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, it bothers me a little inside that Pete is so helpful, because that's not the Pete that I know.
So what's funny with Pete is there's so many iterations. So like, where do you see him like more villain? Are you thinking like Steamboat Willie, like original? Are you thinking like more goofy movie where he's not like a villain, but he's not a nice guy either? He's a crappy neighbor. Like, what's your vision of Pete when you're thinking Pete?
My vision of Pete is, I would say, a mix between the version you see in like the Goofy movie, Goof Troop, and then the version that you would see in like Steamboat Willie.
Okay.
So it's like, it's a mix between there, where it's like he's not, I forget the bad guy in like Popeye who would like steal olive oil, and Pete's not taking Minnie and like tying her up to a train tracker. He's not that kind of villain. But he is that, I'm gonna bully you around. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like, essentially, I'm just bigger than you, and there's nothing you can do about it, Mickey Mouse. Like, he's that kind of villain. I love his portrayal as, as a bad guy, or at least just a sketchy guy in like the Epic Mickey video games. I heard like there's a lot of situations where he is the bad guy in Kingdom Hearts, which unfortunately I never got around to playing. But Pete is to me, I've always seen Pete as a villain, as a bad guy, and new iterations, new settings that they put him in. They try to make him seem more friendly, more like less confrontational. When it's like, no, the Pete that I remember, yes, peg leg. He's got the cigar in his mouth. He's got that like nasty snarl on his face,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of almost like in the Goofy movie when he's, bowling and everything like that, talking to Goofy and being like, you got to keep him under your thumb. Like that's the kind of Pete that I'm used to, and he is a core villain for me.
Yeah, I love, like, when I think of Pete, like, I love him in the Goofy movie, but even that, like, that's closer to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse that I see with Kylie watching that than what he originally was, is like the foil to Mickey, like in Steamboat Willie and all those like old school theatrical shorts.
Yeah.
Pete, fun fact, is the oldest running Disney character.
Really?
Yeah, he actually turns 100 this year. He was originally a bear. And I believe his name was Bootleg Pete. He was a bear, and he was originally in the old Alice comedy animated features that Walt Disney did. He was also in the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. He does not look at all like, if you look at the old school Pete, does not look anything like what he does today, or even Steamboat Willie. Like I said, originally he was a bear with a peg leg, and he's like Bootleg Pete or something like that. But Pete actually turned 100 this year, so he's the oldest continuing Disney character. So everyone thinks it's always like Mickey Mouse. Like Mickey Mouse was the first character to get like his own theatrical short, and he was this one that started the business and stuff like that. But technically, the peg leg Pete we see in Steamboat Willie is an iteration of this bear character that we see in like the Alice comedies back in like 1925, because he turned 100 years old this year.
No wonder Pete
does not look at all
so
like
angry.
Yeah,
no wonder why Pete is always angry. Like he should definitely I know like Donald gets angry because it's like, oh, they always give Mickey all the credit. Pete should be angry. Like, where's Pete's show? Where's his shine?
Yeah.
I stand with Pete the villain.
There you go. They give him his own silly sideshow, Magic Kingdom, so he's got that going for him, I guess. But,
True.
Yeah, like all those, like that's what I think of when I see Pete. But that's a great pick. I think that brings me to my number 2, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Chalk, Scar. I love Scar. Probably the best Disney villain in my opinion, but not my favorite. So that's why I put him at number 2. Some of the, Be Prepared is one of the best Disney villain songs ever, I think.
I disagree, but okay.
One of the best. But he's so good. Like, he killed his brother. Like, that's some nasty business. He stole a kingdom, brought a drought, fights his nephew in that crazy slow-mo scene in Lion King. Scar is an awesome villain. I love the Lion King. He's a huge part of making that movie what it is. Kind of like Jafar. I think a lot of these classic Disney movies, like what makes them good is not just the heroes, but the villain counterfoils to them. Help build those movies up a lot. So I'm going to go to Jafar at number 2. One of my favorite Disney villains. Probably the best in my opinion. But
yeah. Again, Jafar is another one. I mean, not Jafar. Scar is another one that, like I want power. I hate the fact that I was skipped for the throne. I still need to watch the live action of Mufasa
I do
because I feel like there's so much backstory there that we're missing out on. To like, because it's like we know he's a villain, but as much as you love the underdog story, we equally love that villain origin story.
Yeah. How do you get to how you are?
Yeah. And that's going to lead me to my next one, which is my number 2, Lotso.
Great pick. See, I didn't do any Pixar. You got us on Pixar right now, which I like that. Go on.
Lotso is honestly, it was between Lotso and who was the guy with the pickaxe in Toy Story 2?
The pickaxe. Like the Al's Toy Barn.
From Al's Toy Barn. Yeah, Al's Toy Barn.
Yeah, the chicken guy. Al.
No, not him. The toy. The
Peg,
Prospector.
Pegleg Pete, Prospector Pete, Stinky Pete,
Prospector Pete. So it was
Stinky Pete.
between those two. It was between those two, but I decided to go with Lotso.
Yep.
Lotso is another one where, again, Toy Story does such a great job of getting you like emotional about these toys
Mhm,
because you never, until Toy Story came out, you never thought about what if these toys actually had a life?
mhm.
And to hear, because, and it's not like uncommon when you think about old toys that you've had in the past, these toys that kind of just get forgotten by the wayside. And we think of them as inanimate objects, but it's like, what if they're not? So his whole story of I got left on the side of the road because, my my as I said, my kid, fell asleep and forgot me, and the parents forgot to pick me up. And by the time I trudged miles to get back home, I was replaced. And it's like, it's heartbreaking, but it's again, you get to see their origin story and realize why he's so angry, why he's like, he turned this daycare into like almost like a cult type
Yeah.
of situation. And it, like, I think as a villain, he's very intricate. He has so much detail to him, but he has more power than people think, which is terrifying when you really think about it. But yeah, Lotso, that is my number two. I think he was a very underrated villain, but an amazing one nonetheless.
And he smells like strawberries, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, it makes you think like Kylie lost an Elmo stuffed animal when she's really little, and we got a new Elmo to replace him. So is there an evil Elmo stuffed animal out there in the world right now plotting his revenge? I don't know, but that's hilarious to think about.
It's possible.
No, Watso's a great pick. Um, Shout out to the heroes of Toy Story for saving him. Granted, he went onto a truck, but could have been burnt alive with them too, and he helped them
Very
out.
true.
So good on them for helping out the bad guy. Yeah, no, Watso's a great pick. But we're down to my number one. So my number, and I want to
Yep.
preface, there's a lot of villains that are off the list. I have one that I think people are going to be upset that's not on my list. I don't know if you have them, but I have a perfectly good explanation for that. But I'll get to that in a little bit after you give your number one.
Okay.
But my number one, my favorite villain, Hades. I freaking love Hercules, and Hercules is one of those movies, like I kept saying with like Jafar and Scar, like the movies made because of the awesome heroes and the villains. Hercules is a great movie for me because of the villain and Phil. I love Phil. But Hades is so good. Pain and Panic are awesome minions.
Yep.
Um,
They are.
Hades is the funniest villain, like hands down. Like as funny as Robin Williams is as the genie in Aladdin, I think Hades is as funny as a bad guy in Hercules. I just freaking love Hades. Disney World and Disneyland just released new jerseys that say Disney World and they have villains' names on the back. And there's one that is Hades that has a little Pain and Panic. Like I need somebody who's going to Disney World soon to pick that up for me. I'll Venmo them. If anybody got the travel agencies listening and you want to help me out, let me know. Specifically, I want the Disney World one, not the Disneyland. But I freaking love Hades. He's always been my favorite Disney villain. He's so good.
Hades is a great villain. I mean, this is somebody who, to get what he want, literally a lot. Like the stars aligned. He did everything possible, raising the Titans. He pulled every dirty trick possible to make it happen. Unfortunately, in the end, the hero pulled through, but he was a villain where you got to a point where it's like he might have won. This villain might have actually won if Hercules didn't turn into a god at the last second.
One more drop of that baby bottle, that Pain and Panic we're supposed to deliver to baby Hercules, it's over. Game
Yeah.
over. And
Yep.
they just screwed up. They dropped the ball in the fourth quarter. They Atlanta Falcons it. They were missing that one drop, and Hades was going to rule the whole gods. It's a shame. Shame for my boy Hades.
Yep. That was tragic.
Hate to see it from my boy. But who's your number one, Stevie?
All right. So my number one is a villain that is second to nobody. to the point where they were the star of the movie. I'm going with the great Cruella de Vil.
Wow, did not think that's where we're going. Continue, King. Go ahead.
Cruella de Vil is evil incarnate. Like, oh my, and I must say, the Cruella movie with Emma Stone,
Freaking awesome.
chef's kiss.
I thought you were gonna say shit. I thought it was.
No.
Man, I was about to say. I was like, we have very different opinions. That movie's
Chef's
awesome.
kiss. It was amazing. I loved, again, villain origin story. I loved from beginning to end telling her story of how she became who she was and how she became this like fashion mogul, and again wasn't afraid to, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show out, and I have no problem with cutting throats. She is an unreal villain. And then you take it back to like the animated series. First off, the fact that she was rounding up dogs just to skin them. That is evil on its own.
Bad lady.
As a dog person, oh no. I cannot condone this. I can't really condone it for any animals. I'm not a faux fur if you need it. I don't like the idea of harming any animal. But Cruella de Vil, as evil as they come, I mean, and here's another thing. Think of all the other villains that you can think of. Nobody else got a theme song like Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil's great. Pretty good.
Cruella de Vil has her own theme song. They gave her own movie. I mean, I know like they gave like Maleficent her own movie, but they gave Cruella her own movie. And in 101 Dalmatians, she was like the star of the show. And even like the old live action movie, perfect. Every movie with Cruella was perfect.
There was nothing scarier than that time that the 101 or 102 Dalmatians live action movie came out. You would have a VHS for like any other Disney movie around that time, and it was like that thunder and lightning and a cackle, and she'd be like, surprise, and that's how it ended with that commercial. That trailer freak. I think it was 102 Dalmatians. Freak me out. I think about that all the time. Like it was on all the VHSs for like the coming attractions. Oh my god, that freaked me out. Scary. But no, Cruella, great pick.
Cruella is a queen.
I have some honorable mentions. I want to get off one thing that I think a lot of people are going to be upset we didn't have Maleficent on this list. My argument to Maleficent is Maleficent's really cool. But to make this list, you have to be in a movie that's actually good, worth watching to see you in. Maleficent is awesome. Sleeping Beauty is a trash movie. I cannot stand that film. It is not good. Anyway, has not held up. I'm sorry if you like that movie, but because of that, I don't give a crap about Maleficent. I just don't. The live action Maleficent, good movies. I would watch those again. Angelina Jolie did really good with those. But I don't care enough about Sleeping Beauty to watch, even though Maleficent is really cool. Like, she looks great. She has cool scenes. She turning into a dragon, really cool, but not enough for me to give two craps about Sleeping Beauty as a movie. Other villains I have is anyone that greenlit Toy Story 4. That movie stunk. Finally, anyone that has ever wished ill upon removing Star Tours from Disney World. Bad people, bad villains, don't like you either. Am I missing anyone? I'm trying to think of funny ones.
Oh, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Abuela in Encanto.
Oh, terrible lady. I can't put her as a favorite. She's a bad, like, if I was like best still, like who's the most evil? Her. I'm going Hans is pretty evil, but not my favorite.
I might have to put her right next to Anxiety. Like, she is you've got Anxiety and then generational distress right next to each other. Like, Abuela was awful. So bad.
Another Disney villain, whoever's idea it was to get rid of physical Disney stores, hate you. Go to downstairs. Oh, I miss those. Anything else that's somewhat funny? Oh, whoever is not letting Figment get a new ride, like bring back Gene Frider, villain, bad people. And that's it. That's my Disney villain list.
Hey, that's fine. And you know what? You can put me on that list because I still want to get rid of Carousel of Progress, so I will take my villain card.
The pilots who bring me home from Disney World, it's not your fault. It's like my fault. But like anytime I have to leave, the feeling of having to leave Disney World, that's a villain in itself, like anxiety. Bad people don't like that feeling.
The whole is essentially what Cam is saying is the whole Orlando departure section villains
Sucks.
all of them.
No, yeah, so, including myself because I'm the one paying the ticket to leave. Bad guys. But that's my list. That was very fun, Stevie. I had a good time with that one.
Yes, and you know what? Like we said, it is spooky season, so we're just gonna keep ramping it up. We've got so many ideas. Halloween is so awesome, and we're just gonna keep diving in. So whether it is villains or Halloween movies, we are here, and we are gonna feed y'all with the spookiness for all of October. And this is just the first piece, so get prepared.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. I don't know why I'm ending this. Stevie, go on, because I suck at starting and ending shows. Go for it.
No problem. Welp, everybody, as you always know, have a great rest of your week. Have a beautiful day. And as always, keep it magical.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Dadventures Around the Kingdom. You can listen to the pod on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. You can also find us on our Instagram at Dadventures Around the Kingdom. If you have any ideas for future episode topics you'd like to hear, be sure to DM us on Instagram or email us at datkpod@gmail.com. Again, that's datkpod@gmail.com. If you want to follow our host Stevie on Instagram, you can do that at StevieJenko. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can also do that by following at Magical Vacays by Cam. That's my travel agency page if you're interested in booking Walt Disney World or Disneyland vacation at no additional cost to you. Feel free to DM me on there so we can definitely talk and I can get you a free, no obligation quote. Again, thanks for listening to Dadventures Around the Kingdom. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.